I think our bigs do a pretty good job of it right now, but I think that if I could do a good job of that and maintaining, and some of the bigs that are in the Big Ten are really dominant, coming out as top 25 players in the country overall. So I think being able to defend will give me minutes for sure, but I also think being able to be a facilitator and a playmaker, being able to get my teammates involved, other players, and not kind of be selfish, play through the post, at the high post, the low post, make reads, stuff like that. So I think being a well-versed, all-around kind of player and giving everything that I have for the team all the time is going to get me on the court, stuff like that.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned from something like that?
Probably just take your time, a lot of patience. Being able to play behind Steven Corral is something that's been amazing for me this offseason. He's taught me so much from that 5 spot. I think he does a really good job in point action where we throw to him and let him kind of play point guard from there, whether it's a pitch ball screen, chase ball screen, chase and go, or pitch and throw away, go screen. So I think Steve does a really good job making reads out of that and throwing off the defense, and being able to watch him and guard him has been able to grow my game so much on offense.
Has he done a move on you that maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Steve does a really good job of throwing his shoulder for a fake, and it's got. I've been on it 2 or 3 times even in the past week. Steve does a really good job of throwing that shoulder before he makes his move. I think that's something that I've tried to incorporate myself too. It's just when I get to the paint, throw a shoulder fake and see if you can get him to go with you. Because once you get that open body, you're able to make a scoring move 9 times out of 10, which Steve does really well, and it's something that I've been able to replicate a little bit. Yeah, no problem.
Gus, a lot is made of physicality, especially for big men coming into Big Ten basketball. What other kind of adjustments have you noticed that you're going to need to implement into your game to be able to play well at this level?
I think that, like in high school, the biggest thing for me was I was so much bigger than people, so I could just bury them or hit them a couple of times, and I'd be able to find my positioning, find my way. I can't do that here. So it's kind of more about timing and timing up when you hit the paint, when you hit your guy, on defense, when the ball is moving, so that you can get your feet across or your body across onto someone's hip in time to front post, play behind the post if you need to. So just kind of more timing, being smart with it. It's more of a mental game now than it is a physical game. It's just kind of adjusting to that. I also lost some weight, so it's not like I'm not able to just throw my whole body into people and get an advantage off of that. And it's kind of just playing off of physics and like what you see and what you're kind of picking up on your opponent.
I'm curious what your thoughts are just on the front court depth overall. Obviously you haven't played a game yet, but just coming in here, what are your thoughts on the guys there?
We've got a lot of guys who can go at the 4 and the 5 for sure. I think most importantly, Steven and Tyler coming back. It's just they're both so good, so talented. They're so great to learn from, so great to play against, because they push me so much by being so good at kicking my ass. Sometimes they're awesome. They're great players. They know what to do. They've been doing this for 4 or 5 years, so they're great. And then having guys like Chris Hodges, Marcus Silver, Nolan, Winter, like those guys push me just as much too. And like Chris Hodges and Marcus Silver coming back, they've known the system, they know what they're doing. It's not like I'm playing against just a regular guy in practice. They push me super hard, super great players, fast, quick. Chris is really strong. He's made such a big leap with that. He pushes me in the paint, can knock me around. Marcus is a great shooter, gets to the rim really quickly. He's got good fast moves. Nolan's got probably one of the brightest futures on anyone on the team. He's got can shoot the shit out of the ball, rebounds really well, gets to the rim, finishes strong. He's just a great player, and I think he and I will have a really, really great career together as close partners.
The last thing I have for you is just, what's been the biggest adjustment so far for you, just as a college freshman too, coming to Madison, not just as a basketball player?
Yeah, just kind of the balance part. There's so much that gets thrown at you right away with academics, athletics, social life, and it's just kind of finding the balance, making sure what's important to you is what's important to you. You're here to play basketball, you're here to be a student, and then you're here to have friends and make a social life. So it's just kind of making sure your priorities are straight, doing what you do, handling your business, getting it done in the classroom and on the court, and then having fun. So just kind of finding that balance and making sure you stick to it.
For sure. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem.